you bind with the consciousness of. It's about in there, and it's exactly what you were saying, that some people have the DNA, but many others don't. He was saying that it's only a minority have the DNA, have that ability for these technologies to switch on. And I guess Alex, you said there's 200 million star seeds on the planet. Well, if you kind of calculate what we've got, like 8 billion people, so 200 million. What's that? That's about 4% or something like that. It's only a small percentage of 8 billion. My math, I need to check my math there, but we're talking a small percentage of the population. But that sounds about right in terms of many of the star seeds do carry the genes within them, or the frequencies to activate these technologies. I remember JP was saying how much the COVID operatives were leaning on him to join the military because they wanted to use him more on these missions, but there were constraints because as long as he was a civilian, I mean, he told me in 2014 he was taken to one of these surface ships parked above an ark, but he was refused entry. There was an admiral there that said, "No, you can't go because you're a civilian. Get out of here." So eventually he joined, and he went into that ship in the Atlantic Ocean in the Bermuda Triangle twice in the last few months. So yeah, they definitely are looking for star seeds. They're looking for people with the right DNA because the military, whether we're talking about white hats, black hats, they don't have the genetics, so they call on the star seeds that do. So either one of you want to kind of elaborate more on the genetics and the DNA that's necessary to activate these technologies? It's like it's resonance. You need to be at the right frequency to activate the frequency because you bind with the ship, you bind with the consciousness of the vessel, and there's an interaction, and you can.
Now look, y'all. I don't know if y'all paying attention good enough, but you look at her eyes, she keeps switching. Her eyes keep changing to the snake eyeball to the regular eyeball. So listen, you hear the reptilian telling you that we, a certain few of us are we, that have the most DNA. Like I said, Source don't make no mistakes. You have to be 100% one of us, all 100% one of us, or you will not be able to fly that ship.
The frequency of a soul.
It is about 100%.
Cannot be
only
copied. Even if you make a
the 100% DNA is what the Source plans to keep. Hope y'all like me.
And they know that, which is why they spend all
this money. They know they can't fly none of them ships
doing all this
that are hitting without you.
To figure that out. That,
they want you to join them.
When you take out
and they know where our ships is at.
Try to copy them.
One is on the Great Pyramid of Giza. They touched it. They can't turn it on.
Yeah, in order for
only
some of
we,
this technology, which
the few,
some of us left
can
behind,
do it.
Or we interacted with in one lifetime, multiple lifetimes, multiple dimensions. I've told the story about when the A's make a ship. When they're building and growing the ship, before it's actually ready to take off on its first mission, each of the crew gets underneath it, and they stand on a lighted platform. They put their hands on the surface, the outside surface of the ship, and a resonant frequency and something comes through their body, and it goes into the hull of the ship.
Boom.
Now the ship knows them, so they
no
and the
doors.
ship are one. The ship is an
Boom.
extension of them, and
Boom.
they in turn are an extension of the ship. Okay? Frequency, holographically, etc. Now, if you're not a member of the crew, you will not get inside that boat.
If you're not one of us, you can't even get inside that ship. 100% one of us. No half-breeds.
That you're removed from the equation. multiple of ways. It all depends on how it's programmed. Well, these ARCs, they're absolutely no different. And what they're looking for are the people who operated or were part of the crew at this point, because the belief is if we can get in there, we can figure out the technology and use it. That may or may not be true either. Because again, when you get to the control panel, it has to be a member of the crew. You know? So they obviously think JP is a member of one of the crews, which is why they're using him. You know, it's absolutely fascinating. It really is.
See, here's why they want to get inside our hidden ships. They know where they're at. See, we're just not going to have our abilities. Let me ask you a question. How do you destroy another ship? Oh, some of you guys are smart. With another ship. You destroy a ship with another ship, a better ship, that is, one that they can't touch, one that their ship can't mess with. So they will be what? Embarrassed. We're going to get our technology back, which is our ships. We're going to get our abilities back. You can destroy them with your abilities, but you need your ship to destroy the ships. And that has been the advantage they had over us. The ships. Why you think your ships got hidden? They can't get inside of it. They can't break the code. Their vibration is not the same. They don't have the life force that you have, nor the DNA, nor all the melanin. And it takes more than one person to open that door together, because we actually just going to haul the ship. But you have to touch the very bottom of the ship, put your hands up, and then, because the ship is one with us, it's all about energy, y'all. We were smart. We were so fucking intelligent. We're still smart to this day. And they know that we're going to figure out how to do this. Their goal is try to stop us, because, and they've been doing the future, I don't know how many times, they're trying to figure out why it keeps happening, why they're on the bottom, why they being enslaved. How come we got all these powers? How come we have all these ships and weapons that they can nowhere near compete with? Because we were smart. We knew if we had a demise, we make sure it wouldn't stay a long demise. Some of y'all was saying, oh, 400 years, but there's no such thing as time. What is time to a God? Think about that.
Well, these arcs seem to be popping up all over our solar system and all over the Earth. And of course, we don't get to hear too much about the ones popping up in other planets or on moons. But the ones on Earth, apparently, these are now activating, and this is something that can't be hidden for too much longer. I mean, is this part of the kind of big picture?
So when you your DNA start activating, the ships started to activate. And the ships are waiting for us to go get them, get on them, and destroy all these people, all their kids, all these devils, all the devil's children, because that's what they are. Half-breeds and everything have to die. It is what it is. I didn't make the rules, y'all, and we're not going to tolerate anything less, because it's only all about us. It always has been, and that's why they were mad and jealous. They felt we didn't want to share. It wasn't that. We know if we don't take part of the thing that we call life, they mess it up for us. And look, y'all, they did. They proved it to you. Look what they did to you. Half-breeds and full outside nations could never love you. They'll never love a full blood, because they have perpetual hate for you, and it comes from their mama or their daddy, whatever side, that's the half-breed, and they can't help it. They don't even know why they hate you. They just hated you from the very beginning. Even when they act like they liked you, they still hated you.
Disclosure that is driving all this. I've been wondering whether the arrival of these fleets recently and the activation of these arcs has kind of triggered a countdown, a disclosure countdown, if you like, that at some point these arcs are going to start floating, and that's it, game over, because it's like, how are you going to explain away these miles-long motherships that are suddenly floating all over the planet? I know Elena knows this. I'm sure you do as well. There are many people
And since these ships is activated and they float in the sky miles long, ain't nothing on the ship, y'all. Ain't nobody on that ship. That ship is waiting for you. It's waiting for me. Ain't no angels coming to help us. Ain't nobody fighting no battle for us. We got to do it for ourselves. Our equipment is in the sky floating. They have started to. And they're waiting for us to board the ship. The ship is. Nobody else is on the ship. Nobody's on the ship. We are the ones. We are the only angels that are here. There's nothing else here. Nothing in the sky here except fallen ones. And the only thing that's good for us here that is in the sky is our ships that nobody's operating. And it's just floating. Because your DNA activated, it activated. It turned on. It's waiting for us. It's waiting for you. The 100% only. That's who it wants. That's who's supposed to fight this war. Wake up. Realize that you are God. We are gods together. We are combined. We are one, only one spirit. No such thing as individuality. That's all bullshit. It's a game the devil played on you. Snap out of it.
Their physical bodies are asleep and they're going to ships.
Let's come together.
What if some of that is actually going on, but they're actually going on a soul level to these arcs, and they're on the inside? So what's happening on some level, probably in fourth, maybe even fifth density, they're going to these ships, to these arcs, and the crews are re-engaging with each other after this long period of having been asleep or have been separated.
Now, on the fourth dimension, they have started that too. But he skipped on purpose, if you notice that, because on the third dimension, our ships are up there and nobody's operating them. We don't even see the fourth dimension. Therefore, not without certain glasses, but therefore, you wouldn't see the ship in our sky. You gotta pay attention to the words they say so you can catch them in their lies and how they try to be slick. They're gonna tell you the truth, but they're gonna try to be slick. This ship's right now in our sky floating 100 mile long, a whole bunch of them, and they waiting for you to board them because they didn't activate them. They waiting for you to fly up to the sky and get on the ship. Nobody's coming to save us. The ship is your weapon to destroy their ships. Think about what I'm telling you. Don't fall for the hijack. Yeah, the fourth density is happening because everything happens above before below. But now they starting to see it happen below on the third dimension, and they're saying this ship's just going up in the sky activating. Guess what? But nobody's on that ship. It activated when your DNA activated. Never fall for the hijack. And of course, he had to twist it a little bit because he wants you to get ready for that fake alien invasion, which is also one but fake one. They've been invaded. They're just going to fake it all over. And a Project Blue Beam that seems real and feels real, but it's not real. And they're going to sit up there and trick you to get on one of these demon ships because the way he worded it, and you're going to think, oh, I'm about to operate my ship. No, you're going on a demon ship because nothing would get off the ship, nothing would take it on the ship. Nothing would be trying to come out the ship to get you on the ship because there's nothing on the ship. It's waiting for us. Wake up. Snap out of it.
Different types of physicality.
Their time is up. When are you going to take advantage?
But what's happening is that these crews
they gave us our land back. When are you going to kick them off?
Some of these boats. You know, that's something that cannot be dismissed as impossible. Because, you know, all of us who have worn tinfoil hats are now wearing crowns of knowledge because we were ahead of the curve. So I would suspect that some of that is actually going on. That, you know, because your soul in fourth and fifth density has a physicality, right?
So your soul, fourth and fifth density has power, which is you. You, the spirit, in fourth and fifth density, you have more power than you have right now. It will come down here on the third. It's already started happening. But the ship has a soul. If you don't realize the technology is, it has a spirit. It's alive. The ship is alive. So the ship recognizes you, and that's why when it's in your DNA start getting activated and us wake up, it turned on. See? He just proved what I was telling you. Now, he don't know if these things, he may know if we are black and white, but if he does know, he's not going to tell you that it's going to be black people because we know that's the wrong name. They give us those bullshit names, indigenous people. Aboriginal people. Why? Because if he tells you that, then it's going for him and his species. Because once we find out all this information and we get on them ships, they all have to die. We're not going to leave none of them. Not a child, not nobody. That's why they've been afraid. They know what we're going to do.
You're there. You do all the things that you think you could only do in third density. It's really an extraordinary time.
I'm sorry, Cindy here. I came across this video of Lovely Movement, and where she discussed the concept of us being on a mothership on planet Nibiru, and this reality being a dream. So this shit right here is what.
Now check this. Here's what's gonna mess them up. Your real body, the real you, is on a ship. So the spirit, the soul that is on that ship, the spirit which is you, and the fourth of density, guess what? That's you flying that ship. And you are coming back to get you. Ain't this something that they hate? Hopefully you combine with the other you and become that one I was telling y'all about. And y'all collect all the other yous and combine y'all together and be ones. See that? They don't want you to know nothing. They mad I'm even telling you.
Those uncomfortable but necessary truths in order for us to assimilate into 5D. I try to attach personal experience.
And I told many of you this is a dream reality. This is not a real reality. This is a dream state. This is not real. We're not here. We're on a spaceship. And our spaceships, we have acted them in the fourth, fifth dimension, and the ship will come pick us up. However, you will not see nobody on that ship because they're in fourth, fifth dimension. All right? So when you realize who you are and you finally get this thing, you understand what I'm saying to you. Or maybe you'll never get it. If that is the case, you're not flying on them ships. You ain't even gonna be on the ship. You're gonna die with the rest of them. And that's on you.
To some of these topics, so they don't seem so far-fetched and they're easier to comprehend. Story time. Let me start by saying, we are multi-dimensional beings, and we exist in multiple realities. This story is about the time that I woke up on board the mothership, and I met my higher self. Where do I start? I went to sleep like any other night, and I woke up and was aboard the mothership. I don't know who, what, when, where, or how, but when I awoken, when my consciousness awoken, that is where I was. I'm checking out my surroundings, and I appear to be in what looks like an infinite warehouse. There had to have been millions, if not billions, of pods as far as the eyes could see. Up, down, left, right, they were everywhere. They kind of resemble hyperbaric chambers. Each individual pod.
Because you're sleeping on that ship. Here's the key, y'all. Here's why they pissed off. Here's the rapture and all that bullcrap, man. They don't understand what it means. Here's why they pissed off. Check that, right? Do you know when you die, which you don't die, that you go to your ship? Huh? What? You go to the mothership with the collective. There's sleeping pods. We're all sleep in the sleeping pods on the ship. And we're starting to wake up on the ship. And we're starting to activate the ship. Yeah. And the more they kill down here, the more of us go to the ship and activate it. That's otherwise they scared. Because they got to do something down here. Because if they don't, we kill them down here the way we do it down here. And if they do something down here to get rid of us, we go up there and we do something. Either way, they're doomed. There's no way they can stop it. All those aborted babies that you bad mothers had the nerve to kill, well, that's something y'all have to answer for, not me. But they on the ship, and they is pissed at you. That's a whole nother ball game. Hope you got forgiveness, or you'll pay for it. But anyways, guess what, man? Soon we gonna kill off all these beings, all half-breeds, all everything that is not 100% off, because it cannot exist and mess up our vibration. They come from the devil. They got the devil seed in them. That DNA, RNA can no longer exist on this planet. It must go, and it's got to get gone out of all our realities. We don't want it. We don't need it. We should have never had it. It's all bad. Think about that. We only want us. We give up on y'all.
has some sort of cooling system attached to it. It pumps some sort of gas into the pod that keeps, I think it's supposed to keep you sedated. It's very, very cold in the building, and even inside the pods, you can see the frost on the windows. They keep it cold, not frozen, but cold enough to drop your heart rate to resemble death, almost like a comatose state, hence the dream state. After I checked out my surroundings, I looked down at the pod, and my higher self was looking back at me. She was beautiful. She had human-like features, no nose, no body or facial hair. Her skin was midnight blue, almost black, and it was shiny and smooth. She attempted to speak, but appeared to be too weak and drowsy to do so. She put her hand against the glass, and I did the same. Instantly, there was a telepathic connection, and we could speak to each other and communicate. In my head, she appeared distressed, and all I could think is, I have to save you, girl, because she is me. She informed me that she snuck me in during a shift change. There's 24-hour security there. Before she could tell me not to touch anything, my fast ass opened the pod. Alarms went off everywhere, and security was rushing down to our level to see where the breach came from. She was looking at me like, girl, and she sent me back to my body instantly. It's safe to say she didn't bring me back since that time, or at least I don't remember. Like, share, and follow for more content.
It's time to awaken. The new beings of this planet, the divine beings, the gods and goddesses of the sun. It is your time to rise. Behold the magnificent mothership Nibiru as it gracefully traverses the skies of New York City, its sheer size a testament to the gravity of this moment. This is not a mirror game. They have arrived, and you shall witness their presence firsthand.
Now, here's why I got to stop that. Nibiru is where the fallen one's at. We must not fall for that trick. That is a big-time trick. That is a big-time trick, man. I'm saying, whoa, that's a trick. Don't fall for that. Everybody knows the Draco reptilians, the demons live on this ship, they live on the moon. They invaded all 12 planets. They run those planets. They even on Earth. Don't go on that ship. For real. Let the devil turn on his fucking children and get out the way. Go to your ship, the one that nobody's on. When you wake, you will be on that ship anyway. Stop falling for the bullshit. Y'all fall for so many fairy tales and lies. It makes me sick.
Remember this, dear ones. Your power emanates from the sun, your energy sourced from its radiant embrace. When you gaze upon the sun's brilliance, let not fear consume you, for it is in this new paradigm shift that your latent abilities must be activated. Prepare to feel the transformative impact of the mothership in all its grandeur. Together, let us embark on the celestial odyssey, traversing the boundless expanse of the stars. Join us as we embark on this galactic journey, delving into celestial endeavors and embracing the cosmic mysteries that lie before us.
The crafts, Nibiru. There were thousands of Nibiru, different size Nibiru, working together on different word Naba, which merely means to elevate, go upwards, and descend downwards. You follow?
I'm just gonna say this. I used to have video footage of some of our real ships. I don't know, and we were freaking, some of our people have woke up and got in their real bodies and opened the stasis sleeper thing, and it was allowed to go ahead and get in some of the warships, get off the mothership, hop on a warship, fly the warship out, and they came to Earth. I had the footage. It was on YouTube. And they were stalking the Army, and the Army was trying not to let them land. I have seen attacks. I had the footage. I showed it a while back of them attacking Army bases and leaving away from the Army bases, like blowing up a whole Army base with one thing. And this is why they don't want our ships to land, because they attack them and get up in the ship and go someplace. You know, so and they don't look like no damn Nibiru. They ain't even as big as Nibiru, at least the warships. The mothership, I'm pretty sure, is way bigger than Nibiru, because the devil copies us, and Nibiru is the devil's ship. Him and his fallen ones on there. People got to start realizing what they saying. That's one thing Remedy H messed up on. And many of you messed up on that. We are not them things. Stop being stupid. Snap out of it. Peace and love.